Hey, Shalom. I'd like to give honor, praise, and glory to my power, Yahweh, Barashem, Yahweh Shai. Honors to the different elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Honors to the elders Amanda, Elder Sakalah, De Yahweh Ka. It's a quick lesson, all right? And yeah, I use these things for Fair Use Act, all right? Not for my own personal gain, but for the purposes of teaching. And I have a couple articles, all right? This is one which just recently happened. It's been a lot going on, and I'm gonna title this lesson "Remain Spiritually Alert." All right, and this is one of them. You see the one up there in Canada. All right, some trans person shot and just killed like 10 people. All right, so we're seeing that hey, just remain spiritually alert, man. Keep your head on a swivel and just watch what's going on. In the news and even just around you. All right, I'm gonna read this article, and it's another one I'm gonna read too. This the Pentagon disabled Mexican cartel drones in U.S. airspace. All right, official says. All right, El Paso, Texas, the airspace over the border city's international airport was briefly closed on February 11th after the Pentagon disabled drones controlled by Mexican cartels that breached the U.S. airspace, according to administration officials. The military took action to disable the drones, the official said, speaking on a condition of anonymity. The FAA and the DOW acted swiftly to address cartel drone incursion. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, citing the acronym for the Department of War, the Trump administration's new name for the Defense Department. The threat has been neutralized and there is no danger to commercial travel in the region. The restrictions have been lifted and normal flights are resuming. Now, mind you, I'm just speaking on just some commentary on how in today's time, people are so detached and desensitized and so into themselves, they don't even really realize the level of danger that they're in. I would say about give or take about let's just say for instance sake, when I was younger, this would be pretty much a national emergency. They'd have pretty much shut down airspace probably along that area and even further. Um, you know, they've made it clear that expect war on U.S. Soil in the future, but that future don't look too far away. All right, it looks more and more closer, and we see that they had an issue. Remember, in New Jersey with these particular things flying around, and nobody knew what they was. But what makes it even more alarming is that you don't even hear these things. All right. So with that being said, it's just a matter of keeping your head on the swivel and continue to watch, man. And the scriptures talks about keeping your stand on your watch. Basically, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna read no more of that. I'm gonna go into this one right here, and then I'll get into some scriptures. All right, if they let me get into it. All right, it says Israel propaganda video shows beautiful armada obliterated in World War III. Warning. Now we know that two of their vehicles got shot down. All right. I ain't gonna read this, but it's a video propaganda. You see, things are heating up again over there in the Middle East, and along with the other things that's going on here. All right. Pretty much, they averted a government shutdown. Dollar, is still falling. All right, and many other things, and moreover, we know that the midterms is coming up in November. So it's we don't know what type of false flags or type of situations is coming, to which possibly, speaking as a man, this place could be on lockdown again. All right, but with that being said, all right, it's just a matter of just keeping your head, keeping your mind number one on the Lord. All right, His prophecies, and keeping your head on the swivel. So I just got a few scriptures, but let me go here first. Let me do this one. And Luke 21 and 34, and take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with suffocating and drunkenness and the cares of this life. All right, so that day come upon you, all right, unawares. All right, and you see people just going about their daily, not having a clue as to what's going on. It's just the etymology of the word unawares. All right, the biblical outline usage is unexpected, sudden, or unforeseen. All right, not having a ready mind or a spiritual mind. Unforeseen meaning also too not anticipated or predicted. All right, not anticipated. You read Psalms 49:11. It says the inward thought that the houses shall continue forever. But you gotta apply 2/3 to that too, because they have the mindset of Esau, all right, and they're oppressor. All right, they believe that this place is going to continue on, and for the most part, they want it. All right, to not be overcharged with suffocating and drunkenness and the cares of this life, man. All right, things can flip at any minute, especially in this day and age, with the lack of stability. This is the book of First Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion, all right, walking about, seeking whom he may devour, man. All right. So you have all these different things going on. Like I said, you can have false flags, black swan events, and our people are going to be clueless, man. And you still got the prophets out there, man. At any day, man, a famine of the word can really kick in, man. I mean, if any time it can happen now. All right, they done already locked this place down. All right, they done already had troops on the streets. So they're pretty much set the stage for for this place to be locked down again, man, to shut things down. All right, a lot of people are not aware of what's going on out here, man. All right, and they don't want to be aware, really. It's without excuse, really. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days, all right, perilous times shall come. Dangerous times, man. All right, dangerous times. All right, it was a time where these people were so sure, hey, these things will never hit the shores of America. You sit there in the comfort of your home, and you watch the news, and you see certain of these things happening in the Middle East. Well, hey, they're going to be right here. They're going to be brought here to your doorstep, man, and you're going to get caught unawares, man. As the scriptures say, men's hearts failing them for fear of those things that's coming upon the earth. All right. It ain't going to take much for people to drop now, to give up the ghost, because they've already faint-hearted, man. This is the book of Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. All right, but the simple, all right, pass on and punish. All right, how does one hide himself? He hides himself in the Lord, man. Trusting in the Lord. All right, building your faith and your spirit up in the Lord, and understanding why these things are happening, man. All right, this is all the Lord's doing. All right, and for the most part, let me grab. It made me think of this. Let me grab this. All right, because this is the mindset of these people. All right, when all hell break loose, this is the book of Jeremiah 17:5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, that maketh flesh his arm, whose heart departeth from Yahweh. For he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land not inhabited. All right, your expectation or your hope for whatever it is that you have for this place, all right, it's gonna fail, man. All right, and you're gonna be heartbroken. All right, as the scriptures say, depart from this place, for this is not your rest. It shall destroy you, even with a sword, destruction, man. All right, and you can visualize these things in your mind, and clearly see that these things happen, man. People losing their minds, giving up the ghost, having heart attacks. All right, because they didn't prepare themselves. They didn't get their houses in order while they had time. This is the book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse I'm gonna start at I'm gonna go ahead and start at 14. Wherefore he saith, awake, thou that sleepest, arise from the dead, and the Mashiach shall give you light, or the Lord will give you understanding in all things, man. All right, answers to all of these different situations and why they happen. Why are they happening? All right, it says, see then that thou walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. All right, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. All right, so to walk circumspectly, all right, not as fools, but as wise, man. All right, following the Lord. All right, let me just grab this one and I'm gonna just close out. All right. I'm gonna just start at 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But at the times and seasons, brethren, ye need not that I write unto you. For ye yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night. And when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as a travail upon a woman with child. And they shall not escape, man. You're not going to escape. You're not going to know what to do in that time, man. And you can visualize it, man. All right. When all hell breaks loose, when there's no these cities go dark, and you have troops on the streets, these people just going to panic, man, and lose it, man. All right. They have no guide or guidance, and they never seek none, man. All right. The next event is, of course, is going to be the MOTB. All right. These containment camps, all these different things are very real possibility. It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of the light and children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. All right, let us watch and be sober, and that's not talking about just from a drunken standpoint. All right, but it says to be sober, to be calm, collected in the spirit. All right, to be temperate, all right, dispassionate. All right, not moved by the things that we see out here, because we know that the Lord is moving on these things. All right, to be circumspect. All right, to be wise. All right, that's what the Lord commands us. All right, to let us watch. All right, to get a metaphor, to give strict attention, to be cautious. All right, to be active. All right. As it says, to take heed lest through remission and indolence some destructive calamity, all right, suddenly overtake one. All right, through remission and indolence. Let's look at that word. All right, avoidance of activity or exertion. All right, laziness. All right, idleness. All right, and that's what you see a lot of people out here. All right, as soon as it get warm, they moving about. They have no cares as to what goes on. All right, as long as it ain't touching their doorsteps, but it will. All right, it will. And hey, like I said, that day is going to overtake a lot of people as the thief in the night, man, because they didn't trust in the Lord. All right, they didn't believe that these days were coming. All right, so just let us continue to let's continue to watch and just remain on spiritual alert, man. To keep that spiritual antennas up, and just just stay put on that whole armor in these latter days, man, because it's just gonna get worse and worse out here. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying, and with that, I'd like to say shalom.